through the back. So we creepin', caps are blue, so you know that we peeking in our bag for the night.
Welcome to another episode of 7 p.m. in Philly. I am your host, Steve. And before we get started, let's remember guys, to like, subscribe, hit that like button. We putting out good content out here, man. Let's go. Like that shit, man. But before we get started, NBA talk, the finals, it's upon us. We're here. I got my dog Reese here with me, like always.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Man. The finals is here. Finally.
Yes.
It's here, man. We have the Heat and we have the Nuggets.
Yeah.
But before we get started on the Heat and the Nuggets and our predictions on that, how did we get here? Let's talk about that. Let's take a deep dive in on how we got here. Let's start out with Boston and the Heat. Do you think Boston choked, or do you think the Heat just beat them?
I don't want to use the word choke.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they didn't play up to, the potential that we've seen them play with. They were the pick all year.
Right.
I just think, Miami was hungrier in this series, and if you don't get down 3-0, Boston probably wins the series. Tatum don't get hurt on the very first play of the game.
Right.
They may win that game,
Right.
but the problem I have with Boston is there's some timing, man. They play great when they look like nobody can beat them, and then they just play horrible, man. And I just think Miami brought it to them, man, and it was a great series. But I wouldn't say choke. I just think they didn't play up to their potential.
I agree. I agree with that. I also think that Boston just looked flat on that Game 7.
Yes.
I don't think we can use Tatum as an excuse.
Nah.
I think regardless whether Tatum didn't hurt himself, as you can see, nobody else could. They couldn't hit a shot.
Right.
They could not hit a shot. I also think bad coaching.
Yeah.
Lack of adjustments.
Yeah.
And Miami, if Boston plays a decent game, they're in it.
Right.
They fucked that whole game up.
Yeah.
Like, they came out with nothing, and then they just kept shooting threes.
I was about to say that, man.
It was. I don't know about you, man, but that shit was kind of cringy to watch, bro.
Yeah, it was. I think watching Jaylen Brown, not even the 8 turnovers, just the bad shot selection as well. Like, you can see the difference. Miami came down. They got a good shot.
Right.
Majority of the time. Boston comes down, you got your stars, and it was ISO, and that was pretty much it. Throw a shot up, and that was it. It wasn't really no offense ran. I do agree with you as far as the coaching, but those guys, they were just jacking up shit, man, and it was crazy.
And also, you're watching the game, and one shot doesn't fall. They come back. They take another three. And it was only for me, I feel like if Derek White doesn't try to do something, they lose by way more.
Yeah, they probably lose by 30 easy.
Right. I mean, he brought the energy. He seemed like he was at a certain point, he became the go-to guy.
But what was he doing? He was attacking the basket. When you had Tatum, and like I said, he was hurt. But even with Game 6, even the previous game, too many threes. He was 0 for 8 in Game 6. Right. So I thought coming in Game 7, I think they shot bad. They shot horrible in Game 6. I thought the game plan would be, look, attack the rim. It's no shot blocker down there.
Right.
Just attack the rim.
Right.
And they didn't do that, man. So that's why they had to sit home.
it was tough to watch for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think they try to find another coach. I don't think this coach does it. Yes, he's a first year coach or so and all that, but he doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, listen. It depends who's out there.
Yeah.
If it's nobody available, I'll run it back with him because, like you said, he's a young coach.
Yeah.
And I mean, you ain't gonna just find a coach like that. So you run it back with him, man.
No, I agree. But moving on from that, now what does Boston do?
So I think Jaylen Brown he's out of there because I feel like he wants his own team.
They're set to pay him about $300 million, something like that. It was like 2 something, if not 300. They're set to pay him.
It's not happening.
I'm not paying Jaylen Brown that.
I mean, listen. Let me ask you this: can they win without Jaylen Brown?
Yes, they can. Absolutely.
And I think Boston.
Absolutely.
I think Boston feels the same way. So there's no way you pay them that money, especially they're like how they got there. This team is a team, you know.
I think you trade Jaylen Brown, or you do something to get him out of there, pick up some pieces or something like that. I don't know. Is his deal over, or is it just he's due for an extension or something like that? I'm not.
This might be his final year.
Yeah, it might be.
It might be either player or team option.
Yeah,
either or. But you can definitely trade that.
Yeah,
I saw some shit, man. Him for Dame. Man, if I'm Boston,
I don't know if that works though. I mean, yes, it looks good on paper, but I don't know. Does him and Tatum work well together?
Listen, I'll tell you this much: they won't be shooting bad from 3 with him.
No, I would know for a fact, but I don't know.
I like it.
I don't mind it. Obviously, that's an upgrade from Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact I'm not paying Jaylen Brown all that money.
Nah, and like I like Dame. Dame, he'll adjust, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll adjust to the culture and how they play.
Right.
He's a team player. I mean, we just see him on a bad team, so he has to put up the numbers he do.
Right.
So
yeah. So for me, I don't think Jaylen Brown is $300 million. That's a superstar. That's what you paid your elite.
Yeah.
He's not elite.
But that's the thing about it is, he's a star.
Yes.
And he's 26.
Okay.
So there's a team out there that's going to pay that money.
Absolutely. I'm not saying no team's not going to pay him that money, but Boston's not going to pay him that money. They'll be stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. They'll be very, very stupid to pay him that money. I would say trade him, pick up some pieces, and move on from there. That's my thought on that.
Yeah.
But moving on from the Heat and Boston, let's go to the Lakers and the Nuggets, man. How did you feel about that series? Because I was shocked.
I wasn't, man. This the first time I've seen Bron decline. And I want to say decline in the utmost respect because, again, 40, 10, and 9 in an elimination game at 38 years old. I mean, come on.
Correct.
What more do you want that man to do?
Correct.
But I'm not surprised because I underestimated Denver.
Same.
If the first episode we did, I said that the
top 5 wouldn't,
the bottom,
the
bottom 4,
yeah,
they were going to the finals.
Yeah.
And here we are with Denver there. They're a good team, man. They're a good team, and they were just a better team than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Every game was close. It's not like they just wiped the Lakers out of there.
Right.
3 of those games, I feel like it came down to the fourth quarter.
Correct.
And shit, man, look at the shots that these guys made, man.
They made a lot of miracle shots. Joker make a lot of miracle shots to step back and just kind of like that shit. Like when, like, you know, we played basketball. When someone makes a shot like that, that's just like deflating.
That shit makes you mad as hell, man.
It's kind of like, yo. And like when someone turns around and be like, yo, there's nothing I could do. I played D.
Right.
He's just making it. So I felt like it was that. I did not think they would have got swept.
Yeah, I thought they at least get one game.
I thought they would at least got one game.
Maybe two. So I thought they was going to win the series. I ain't going to lie.
Right.
I picked them to win the series.
I thought they were going to win the series. I thought, you know, probably would have been a game 7. Probably went to 6. But I did not foresee the Lakers losing 4-0.
Yeah.
Watching Bron out there, he did look old.
Yeah.
You can see the decline happening. And then also it's kind of like, I asked myself, is it the decline or is it just Bron just kind of like, all right, you know what? Because it seems like he turns it on late.
Mm-hmm.
Only the game 4, he turned it on in the beginning.
Right.
But as you can see, at the end, he turned it off.
I mean, I don't even think he has a switch anymore. It's him, you know, preserving his energy. And you can see it. I mean, we've watched Bron go crazy, play 48 minutes, don't even look tired.
Right.
But this Bron, yeah, he definitely was pacing himself throughout the series. Yeah. And the problem with that is he didn't have enough help.
Not at all.
You know.
Not at all.
So
I felt like, you know, the role players, you know, AD, I mean, but like, you know, the role players, Hachimura did what he could. I love Hachimura.
Lakers, y'all better bring his ass back.
I love Hachimura.
Yeah.
Love Hachimura. But everyone else, I mean, it was kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I want to, and definitely got to big up Austin Reeves.
Yes.
Pay that man.
Yeah,
give
pay
him
that
his money.
man. Give him his money.
Well deserved.
We
he
keep
was
that.
balling.
But Russell, he was nowhere to be found.
Right.
I don't know what happened to him because he looked great, and you know he had his like great flashing moments in every series. But this series, it kind of like he felt flat.
I felt like his heart got taken, man. Game 1, those guys was going right at him. They know he couldn't. He couldn't guard a soul, and they took it from him. Yeah. You can tell, man.
But D'Lo's a player though. Like he's a baller. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was shocked.
He's not
I was
a dog,
like,
and that's the difference. He's not a dog, man.
Yeah, and it was tough to watch. And my thing is just kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but I'm frustrated with AD.
Yeah.
I am, man. I'm frustrated with him, bro. Like. I can't deal with the one game you giving me 40, the next game you giving me 12.
Right.
I can't.
You gotta. I question if his heart is all the way in it. You know what I mean? Not saying if you can love basketball, right, but then you can really love basketball. Correct. And I don't think he really loves basketball because he'll leave it all out on the floor. The perfect person, like who sets the standard in the NBA, is Giannis. And can't nobody question his desire, his love for the game. Because he leaves it out there.
Correct.
And you would think that when you're in the Western Conference Finals and you got Jokic as your opponent, all you're thinking about is just kill.
Right.
And he got killed.
No,
he got killed.
He did. I didn't think it would have been that bad. He looked bad. He looked horrible.
And I don't want to take anything away from Jokic. I just didn't think that he can take it to that level, especially with Anthony Davis. We know the defender he is, but man, they made him. They made the Lakers make an adjustment after game 1.
Yeah.
In game 1, we're putting Hachimura on him, right, and it still didn't matter.
As you can see towards the end of the series, the coach, Darvin Ham, finally made some adjustments. He brought in Tristan Thompson.
A little bit late, but
that was one of the points I made. I don't feel like Darvin Ham makes adjustments. I don't feel like he doesn't set any offensive sets. I think it's just kind of like, yo, Braun, here's the ball, do something, and just kind of like, So for me, it was like they found something with Tristan. Tristan, honestly, that game 4, I feel like you have Tristan on the floor instead of AD. Like, in that possessional moment, like, I feel like, because there's one of the plays for that to Denver to take the lead, Jokic drives right past AD and makes the layup.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does that against Tristan.
And Tristan's a experienced player.
Right.
He's a champion.
Right. And he moves his feet. Like, if you can see, Tristan moves his feet.
Yeah, he's definitely he's capable of playing big minutes. Yeah. I question why he was just starting to play him in game 4. Right. I mean, it's like, what's the point of signing him?
Right. That's what I was thinking. What was the point of signing him if you're not going to play him?
Right. And you signed them for this series.
That reason.
To go to go up against Jokic. But I tell you this. Darvin Ham did a better job than Joe Mazzulla.
Oh, absolutely.
Celtics. And he did make some adjustments.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And for first year, I'm cool with that.
Right.
He just you got a older Bron, and you got a sometime AD.
Yeah. And in defense of the Lakers, and I know people are going to be like, oh, you're defending the Lakers because you like the Lakers? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. This team didn't get a full season to play together.
Nah.
And then that's what the thing I say about the Nuggets. Like, they're a team, they know each other. They've played together for a while. They've had a season to play together. The Lakers haven't. No. They just started, after the All-Star break?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and... AD was hurt. Bron was hurt. These things came. So they barely made it into the playoffs. So for me, it was like they didn't get a full season playing together.
Right.
So my next question is, do you run it back with that same team and go, all right, you know what? Let's get a full season under our belt. Because we were right there. Mm-hmm. Or do you try to get Kyrie Irving?
You definitely don't run it back with that team, and I don't think you get Kyrie Irving either. Listen, I look at it like this. They definitely need some – they got the guard play, but they didn't because, like I said, D'Angelo Russell was a no-show.
Right.
But I don't know if Kyrie – I question his mental. Like, again, do you really want it?
Right.
Is NBA is playing ball on the forefront? Is it
right,
in your
mind?
Priority. Like, is it there?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I don't know. So the talent, hell yeah, he's a great talent, but at this stage, I don't know if he wants it, bro. Right. So I would look otherwise. If they do get him, I mean, that's great, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
For me, I think. And you guys could let me know whether I'm wrong, and you could let me know whether I'm wrong. I think Kyrie is at the point where he realizes that, hey, I only won with Bron. Bron is my guy. We have a nucleus. And if people don't know, Bron took a lot of shots for Kyrie. Yeah. Like, he protected Kyrie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he did so much shit that people don't see. And I think Kyrie's coming to the realization that, you know what? Bron has protected me for so many years. Yeah. And he's had my back, and he takes the brunt of everything that comes at me. Right. If just imagine like all the shit that Kyrie went through. If he had Bron on his side, I don't think it plays out the same way.
I agree.
Because Bron would be like, you know what? Leave Kyrie alone, or talks to Kyrie, or mentors Kyrie. It does something. I mean, I don't think he ends up the way he is, because Kyrie was with KD, and KD doesn't like to talk. I mean, he's very sensitive, and he's kind of like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. But with Bron is kind of like, yo, I'll step up and take this for my brother, because I've been taking shots my whole career. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I think Kyrie's at the realization like, yo, if I want to win again, I got to play with Bron. And in order for him to go to the Lakers, he may have to make a sacrifice. I mean,
if that's the mindset, then I'm all for it.
Right.
You know, if he finally came to the realization that he's not a leader, then it can work. You know what I mean? He's okay with taking the back seat at this stage of his career to win, which it can happen. You know what I mean? But it's all about that mental, man.
But essentially, he wouldn't be. I don't think he goes to the Lakers. He'll be taking a back seat.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll be one of the players. He'll be one of he'll be a three-headed monster.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same reason why he left Brian, because he wanted to be that leader.
Correct.
Now, if he got that out of his system and he's saying, "Listen, I don't care about the leadership. I just want to win."
Right.
Then it could work.
Because I think he went on record and said that, people don't appreciate Bron, and he didn't appreciate Bron.
Right.
He went on record and said that. So I think that just brings some level of maturity. You see him at the Lakers game, he's sitting courtside. They still remember their handshake. Right. You know what I'm saying? So there's some love and some brotherhood there. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like nothing makes you realize shit more until you go to through the fire. And I feel like Kyrie has gone through the fire ever since he's left Bron.
Yeah.
Prior to Bron, everything was very sweet, very cushy for Kyrie. But after he left Bron, or since he's left Bron, he's just been going through hell.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think at this point, he's at the point like, you know what? I'm tired of going through hell. I'm tired of going through misery. Let me join up with my brother and hopefully, play with the Lakers, finish my career with the Lakers, and why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't want to go to LA? You know what I mean? And so many other doors open while being in LA. You know what I'm saying? So, but Kyrie's a little weird. So you don't know what you're going to get from him. But I think if someone can, I wouldn't say tame Kyrie or keep Kyrie in line, I would say, it's Bron.
No, and you're absolutely right. And I think when you get a Kyrie though, there's no way you can keep a Hachimura and Austin Reeves.
Correct.
So a lot changed with that, in that dynamic. And is it worth it?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because they're two hell of a great role players.
Yeah.
And I know you're getting a bona fide star,
right?
But is he going to buy in? If he buys in, bro, I'll go pick his ass up, man. And take him, like, whatever, like, seriously. Right. But if he's not going to buy in, man, nah. You know what I mean? So.
Nah, I get it. Let's get to the topic at hand. All right, this episode is the NBA talk, the finals. Yeah. Let's talk about the finals. How do you feel about this? Like, we're just going to be honest. How do you feel about this shit? I think this finals is going to be hella fucking boring. Mm-hmm. I think the Nuggets are going to beat the shit out the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. The Heat were the 8th seed. And they're not only the 8th seed. It's not like they're the 8th seed of the West. They're the 8th seed of the East. The East. And everyone knows the East fucking sucks.
Right.
So what do you think? How do you think this plays out?
So I've watched some boring ass finals.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably going to be up there, one of them. I think it's going to be a quick, short, quick death.
Yeah.
I think Denver should get them out of there. I don't see a sweep because of Jimmy Butler.
Right.
Jimmy Butler, he's going to get his team a game or two. Right. That's for sure.
I think the Heat win one. I think they win one.
Yeah.
And I'd be shocked if they win two. And bruh, if the Heat was to win the finals, because you don't go from sweeping the Lakers, who are a better team than the Heat, mm-hmm. to losing to the Heat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't see anyone stopping Jokic.
Nah. I mean, listen.
Who's going to stop him? Bam?
We saw it the last series.
Right.
Probably top two top 3 defender in the league.
Right.
Look like dog shit against
right.
him. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bam is not stopping them.
No. And then they don't have who's the backup. They're going to put Kevin Love on him.
They don't have a backup.
They don't. So Kevin Love is going to be playing minutes against Jokic. And I mean, Kevin Love is old, man. Yeah. He's on his last leg.
Yeah, he's a spot up shooter,
right?
At this point in his career,
right? He's strong, but I mean, I don't think he's strong enough to stop to make a big difference.
Right. So what Miami is going to try to do? They're going to try to go small, but that still causes problems because Denver has the size with their wings and Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr.
Correct.
And again, Jokic is going to have a field day.
Right.
So
and Murray looked fantastic.
Man.
Murray looked like Bubble Murray. I don't think you call him Bubble Murray anymore because he's done it outside the bubble. You know what I'm saying? So he looked fantastic. That's why I'm saying, like, yo, man, it looks scary. And people are like, because I posted something on Instagram, you guys ready for one of the most boringest finals in NBA history. And, people are like, it's going to be a good finals. How? Where? Someone show me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, let's be for real here, man. Like, and, people are arguing with me, like, the Heat's a good team. I'm like, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're okay. I'm not going to say they're a horrible team. They're okay. Yeah. I mean, they fight.
Right.
That's the thing that I will give the Heat.
They got great coaching, too.
They have great
first-class organization.
Right.
But I just think Denver's going to be too much.
It's going to be too much. Jokic is going to, I think he averages 30 in the finals. Easy.
He's going to average triple-double.
You know what I mean? Murray's going to have at least 25.
Yeah.
Who's stopping him?
Yeah, I don't see nobody. They're going to have to. So that's what I'm saying. If you look at the matchups, you're going to have to put Jimmy Butler on him.
Correct.
Then it's like, what are you going to do after that?
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like Michael Porter Jr. should have a great series. Jokic is going to get his. The depth and the chemistry that, Denver has I think is going to get the job done. Miami has a lot of chemistry and all that, but I just don't think they have the talent that Denver has.
For me, it's all about the talent and just watching basketball and shit, common fucking sense.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. Like, let's be for real here, man. Common sense, man. Like, we watched the Nuggets play some tough teams and beat their ass, and the Heat just been struggling. You know what I mean? Like, history was almost made on them.
Yeah.
And they're tired.
Yeah. Tired and
they're tired, man. They're tired, man.
Listen, the Nuggets favored by 10 tomorrow.
So that just goes to show you.
Money on that.
I mean, that just goes to show you. I mean, I think if the Nuggets was to lose a game, I think it's game one. Just because they've had a long layoff.
Yeah.
The Heat have the momentum.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. Other than that, after that, that's it.
But shit, they just played 2 days ago, and they going into that high altitude.
Right.
It's a lot to ask for, man.
It is a lot.
For that first
it's
game.
A lot.
So
it's a lot.
I don't even care how much rest Denver got. Miami got to go there and play in that.
Right.
I don't see
right.
it. I don't see it. I could be wrong, but
right.
We're gonna see.
So you're picking you're picking Denver in what?
I'm gonna say 5 too.
5?
I'm gonna say 5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with Denver in 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
They get one. Miami get one.
Miami will get one. I'll be shocked. And then the one they get, I don't think it's a blowout. I think the one they get, it's a close one, possibly.
Yeah. I say they probably get game 4. In their backyard. Only because Denver wants to celebrate at home, so
right.
Right.
Yeah. But with that being said, now that if Jokic wins the NBA finals and wins an NBA championship, do we kind of look at him not getting the MVP kind of like, damn, maybe he should have got it?
So all right, let me elaborate.
Because that's the talk on the town now. It's kind of like now that we've seen Jokic do certain things, it's kind of like people kind of like maybe we fucked up.
Yeah, I mean we did fuck up. The NBA fucked up, and they didn't want to give that man a three-peat. Yeah, you know what I mean, and that makes you think that the shit is rigged because.
But I will not say that. But
go ahead.
We called it too. We said we gave him. I gave him. I know I gave Embiid the MVP. I wanted Embiid because I just felt Embiid was the more dominant player in a sense. I mean, we didn't really see what Jokic could really do until now. I feel like until we seen like, all right, you know what? He's been winning. He's been winning. All right, he swept the Lakers.
Yeah,
we're really seeing it. It's not regular because regular season basketball, it's not the same. We know that.
Right.
The defense is not the same. Everything, the offense is not the same. The matchups are not the same. Right. So watching this playoff, the series and after series, and just watching him just dismantle AD and outplay AD, it's kind of like now it's kind of like, yo, I'm a believer.
Yeah, and let me backtrack because I did pick Embiid.
We did. And we got it wrong.
Take that back.
We got it wrong, guys. We got it wrong.
We were so wrong. You know what I mean? Because that man he's amazing. He controls everything. Yeah. He doesn't force nothing. Even his passes is always on the money. Right. He takes his time. It's not pretty like Embiid.
Right.
And we've seen that with Tim Duncan. It doesn't need to be. You just got to get the job done.
Correct.
And he does that, man. Yeah. Listen, I don't want to hear no more talk about Embiid being better than him. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Not at all.
There's no way.
Not at all.
We got to really call it what it is. He's the best player in the league.
Yeah.
He's the best player in the league. Yeah. Winning this finals or not, he's the best player in the league.
But I think it took this for us to see this to believe. Because let's say he would have lost, it would have been like, all right. But, he's not that guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same thing with, like, Giannis. I mean, like, people, like, Giannis is nice.
Yeah.
But until Giannis won that championship and you can see, like, I willed my team to win, that's when it was kind of like, I fucks with Giannis.
No, and
you know what I'm saying?
I judge off of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters. We watch multiple guys, and then what kills me because I'm a Sixers fan, and we got two guys that be putting up historic regular seasons, numbers and everything.
Right.
But it's a total different ball game when it's the playoffs with Harden and Embiid, and I'm tired of seeing that shit.
Right.
So I don't go off of that regular season shit, man.
Yeah. No,
I've been stopped doing that.
Yeah, same. For me, regular season is just whatever, man. It's just kind of like, let's get to the playoffs and see what you're really about.
You're judged off of what you can do in a 7-game series when the team knows everything about you, what you like for breakfast, what foot you put your sock on first, whatever. Right. They know you because it's a 7-game series, and you still unstoppable in that.
All right.
That speaks volumes.
No, so, absolutely. I mean, and also I just feel like a lot of people didn't give respect to Jokic because we're gonna call it what it is. It's fucking boring to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
it's boring. It's like watching paint dry, and that's another reason why I say fucking the finals are going to be boring because he's not exciting. There's nothing exciting to watch. You kind of know what the outcome's going to be, and and it's equivalent for me. I was gonna say it was equivalent to the Lakers playing the Orlando Magics. I mean, in the finals, because you knew what the outcome was, but at least it was somewhat exciting because Dwight Howard is an exciting player, and then you had Kobe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's definitely one of those playoffs, those finals where it's kind of like the outcome. Jokic is not exciting to watch. Maybe a little bit of Murray, a little razzle dazzle. The Heat's nothing exciting to watch.
I mean, Jimmy Butler, I just love how he leaves it out there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. If it's anything exciting about this finals is, Butler and Jokic. You know what I mean? And I hope it's a drawn out series.
Right.
Same. Just same. You know what I mean? For shits and giggles, but
right.
I just can't see it, man.
Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah. I hope it is a drawn out series. I hope I'm wrong. Because shit, I love basketball. I want to do another episode. See, for God's sake.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I do hope it's a drawn out series. I just hope it's a fucking good series.
Yeah.
Please. I just want to have a good series. So, because for me, I wanted Boston and the Lakers because that would have been must see TV.
Yeah, for sure.
That would have been must see TV.
Shit, I would take Boston and Denver.
Right. Right.
I feel like. Shit, Boston matches up well with them, and that would have been a great series. Right. I want to give a shout out, Caleb Martin.
Oh,
hey, man,
yeah,
you balling out, bruh.
Yeah,
please keep it up. Don't get in this finals.
Yeah,
and shoot 30%. Please, I don't think you will.
Right,
but you have to continue on playing like this because you see Jimmy Butler don't got shit else outside of you.
Right.
Been balling, bro. Keep it up, man.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Caleb. But I think that's it. I think we got a short one this week, but it's the finals. We ain't got really much to really talk about. Right. Anything you wanna leave the people with before we get out of here?
Man, like I said on a few other episodes, man, please support my guy, man. He's doing great things. He's bringing me on. What's this, sir?
This our fourth or fifth episode?
This is number 5. Yeah, it's number 5 for us. Just want my man to grow. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's great content we putting out.
Right.
For people that don't know basketball like that, we trying to give you the game. We're gonna continue giving y'all the game.
Right.
Support my man. That's all I want.
Right. And we giving it to y'all on the surface level. You know what I'm saying? We're not really being really intricate and very this is essential. What we're talking about, what we're talking here is barbershop talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can do that.
We can do that, but it's kind of like, we'll save it for Stephen A and Shannon and Skip and them motherfuckers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just gonna give you the straight, real barbershop talk, real NBA talk, and take it from there, man.
Yes,
but yo, Reese, man, I want to thank you for joining me for another episode, my dog.
Always, man. Have me back. Please
have
me back, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks, my brother. Yo, guys, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of 7 p.m. in Philly NBA Talk Finals. Hopefully this finals goes the distance and goes past 4 games, and we'll have another episode. If not another episode, we will see you guys next season for another NBA talk. Yes, but if other than that, you guys be good. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.
See y'all, man.